The MySQL order by clause is used to sort the data in an ascending or descending order. So select column name from table name, order by the column ascending or descending. So this is an example. Let's say we want to select the stars, select everything from the table student, but we want to order them by the class. So it automatically by default arranges it in the ascending order. And if we do not specify ascending or descending, then ascending clause is applied by default. Now, if we have to specify descending by using either DESC or descending, now the query result will be in the descending order of class. Suppose we have this and we want to select everything, but we order it by class in an ascending fashion and marks in also an ascending fashion. So in both cases the ordering will be done. Now in one ascending, one descending, that's another example. What are aggregate functions? So these are functions which perform calculations on multiple values and return a single value. So average is one, sum, max, min, count, etc. So select sum of sal from employee. This is the table employee with the one column called salary or sal. Now min, max, and following are the results of the queries. Now the group by clause groups a set of rows records into a set of rows by values of columns or expressions that returns one row for each row. So we use them often with aggregate functions such as sum, max, min, average, etc. So this is an example. Select class from student group by class. So we group the entire thing by the column name called class. Now this is an example of using group by with aggregate functions. So select class comma count star from student group by class. So it tells the count of all the classes. This is another example. So this is how we use the group by with aggregate function. Now, very important, the having clause is used in the select statement to specify filter conditions for a group of rows or columns. So the having clause is often used with group by statement. So after using group by, we use having. So this is one example, select class from average of marks, group by class having. So we firstly group it by class, then we check that if the average of the marks is less than 90, then only we display the required data. This is another example where we use having where the count of the classes is less than 3. Now, what is Cartesian or cross product? It is, let's say we have two relations R1 and R2, then the Cartesian product would be R1 cross R2, which combines the first tuple of first relation with each tuple of second relation R2. This is the example of the Cartesian product, where all columns are multiplied. So degree is 3 and cardinality is 4, because 2 times 2 is crossed, so that is 4. Now join is basically used to fetch data from two or more tables, and there are various types of join: inner, outer, left or right. What is the inner join? It is a simple join in which the result is based on matched data as per the equality specified in the SQL query. So it's basically where both the tables have similar columns. So this is the inner or equijoin. Natural join is a type of join which is based on the column having same name and same data type present in both the tables to be joined. Left outer join returns the resultant with the matched value from the two tables and the remaining rows of the left table. So this is the syntax for left outer join. Select star from A, table name A, left outer join table 2, which is B. This is similarly for right outer join, where the right outer join returns a resultant set with the matched data from the two tables being joined in the remaining rows of the right table and null for the remaining left table's column. Now full outer join result returns a resulted table with the matched data of two tables, then the remaining rows of both left and the right table. So this is basically a practice question. Now basically we're given two tables called students and sports. Both have a column called admin number. Now these are some of the following questions that we will answer as practice. Firstly, we want to display the name and game of those students whose address is available. So instantly what clicks to my mind is select name comma game from student since it asks students where address is not null. So this is exactly what I did. We select them from both tables where the address is not null. Secondly, if I want to display the name of the students who are studying in class 12 and their corresponding coach names, What I'll do is basically use the group by column. Uh, no, actually, because it asks us that they're studying in class 12, so the class has to be like 12%, and they have to have a column which is ADM number, and we are selecting simply the name and coach name. Third, we want to count the number of students who play volleyball. This is very easy. We just use select count star from sports where game is volleyball. It is very self-explanatory. Now, if you want to count the number of students scoring grade A, so we simply use this we use the where condition where we place the condition that the grade has to be A. Now, to display the game options available in the table without distinction, without repetition, is basically using the distinct column, which is very important. Next, if we want to display the number of students who are training under coach Mr. Ravi, we just put count of the coach name and we group that by coach name where the coach name is Mr. Ravi. I've explained this in a previous video before using group by with having. Now, if you want to display the number of students training under each coach, we just use count of coach name and we just simply group them by the coach name. If you want to insert another record, I've also shared the format for it earlier in my previous video. It's basically insert into table name values and the values of the table. Next, if you want to display the name of the coaches who are training two or more students, we just use count of the name of the students. It has to be greater than two, and this condition is applied on the both table students in sports. Now, if you want to display the name of class 12 students who play basketball, we just select name from both the tables where they have the same ADM number, and the name is basketball of the sport. So this was one example. I hope you guys got to learn more, and see you in another video.